Hello and welcome to the second race of the Formula Motorsport Racing Series. Today live here from Yokohama, Japan. Everyone please give me 1 second. While I change everything here. And now, let's look at the starting grid of this race. And I realized we had technical difficulties with the sound. Now the sound should be back as we're watching Lara Mullen against Dominic Lamborghini in the fight for third position. And they're now getting closer to Victoria Line, who is on the medium compound, or in the soft compound, but not the super soft tires. While PP Tato in the front is pulling a gap, while Lara Mullen is trying to overtake Victoria Line. Tech on the inside, Victoria Line defends, and now on the outside through the last corner and overtakes, while PP Tato drives the fastest lap of this race, already pulled a 5.3 second gap. While Philip Dome is the first one in the pits, very early pit stop after 7 laps, and he gets back on the medium compound tires, is now in last position. He could now profit off of a safety car period. Victoria Line now has to leave a gap to Lara Mullen again, while she is being hunted down by Dominic Lamborghini. But obviously Dominic Lamborghini will struggle first with tire wear compared to Victoria Line, as he's on the softer compound of tires at the moment. So he will most likely want to get past Victoria Line. Tries to overtake on the outside and now loses a bit of time at the exit. And Hernandez, the other chariot, is the second driver in the pits. He's going from soft tires to a used compound of soft tires. And there's a crash! Victoria Line has crashed her car! That's really unfortunate. Well, that Ricky Bobby in a fight for 5th position against Gerwin Webster, while the leader is in the pits. PP Tato is in the pits. Lara Mullen now takes the lead. No, James Mullen as well in the pits. PP Tato comes out in 16th. Where does James Mullen come out? PP Tato on a fresh compound of soft tires. James Mullen that's a used set of soft tires. Comes out behind Hernandez. Hernandez is so good they named him twice. And we go back to Ricky Bobby here in 4th position, being hunted by the youngest driver on the grid, Gerwin Webster. The man that makes the transition from NASCAR. And now Lara Mullen is in the pits. This will be now interesting if PP take Dominic Lamborghini in the pits as well. Lara Mullen stays for Dominic Lamborghini. They come out behind PP Tato, but in front of Hernandez both. Larry Shipper now in the lead of this race, while Gerwin Webster has overtaken Ricky Bobby. And Gerwin Webster now in the pits for Thornton Motorsport. He goes from soft tires to a used set of soft tires. Comes out behind Hernandez, but in front of James Mullen. Here's Kenwin Jones, the winner of last race. He's 4th at the moment. And now Larry Shipper in the pits. He's on the medium compound, the first guy on the medium compound to come in. And Mustafa Abdallah is in the pits as well. Larry Shipper goes on used soft tires, while Dominic Lamborghini with the fastest lap. Mustafa Abdallah also used soft tires. He comes out behind James Mullen. In the meantime, this is the fastest guy currently on the track, Dominic Lamborghini. And he's second from those who already pitted. So from those who pitted already, the 2 Steinman Motorsport cars are now 1st and 2nd technically. With PP Tato and Dominic Lamborghini. He is the winner of last week's race, Kenwin Jones. He's now in 3rd. Behind Savannah Curtis and in front of Eduardo de la Sight-Burns. The Rossini, the only cars who haven't won. And Hernandez already in the pits again. That was his 2nd pit stop, and he has now taken another set of used soft tires. And now the leader, Ricky Bobby, is in the pits. Goes from soft to what? Eduardo de la Sight-Burns in the pits as well. Goes on used soft tires, Ricky Bobby. Comes out in 14th position. Eduardo de la Sight-Burns on new soft tires comes out in 17th position. Here's Kenwin Jones again. He's now 2nd in this race in front of Aldo T. Rogue. And now Kenwin Jones in the pits. And Savannah Curtis, who was leading this race, in the pits as well. That means Aldo T. Roque now takes the lead. My father Michael Cleary in the pits. Gaudet Tay in the pits. Luke Price in the pits. 5 people in the pits at the same time. Savannah Curtis on used softs comes out again. Kenwin Jones takes used softs. Father Michael Cleary on new softs. Luke Price used softs. Gaudet Tay new medium compound tires. And Aldo T. Roque is now leading this race in front of PP Tato. And comes into the pits now. PP Tato retakes the lead. And Toby Zelox and Arnold Furious now in the pits as well. Aldo T. Roque goes from medium tires to and on intermediates, that's an interesting strategy. And Toby Zelox and Arnold Furious do the same. That's a very interesting strategy from those two. They anticipate rain? We're now driving with 13th placed Philip Dome. He was the first one in the pits. He went onto medium tires. And James Mullen and Lara Mullen and Larry Shipper in the pits as well now. They also go for intermediate tires. They are all anticipating rain coming down here in Yokohama. And it's now starting to rain down. And now it's going to be interesting. Who's taking the right decisions? PP Tato stays out. Dominic Lamborghini stays out. Gerwin Webster stays out. Ricky Bobby stays out. James Mullen stays out. Mustafa Abdallah now comes in. Taking on these intermediate tires. Hernandez is already also in. That's his third box and stop in this race. Now PP Tato comes around and now the leader goes into the pits. Dominic Lamborghini goes for another lap. PP Tato in the pits. He goes on intermediates. Gerwin Webster in the pits. Also takes intermediates. Dominic Lamborghini is now leading this race here in Yokohama. He stays out for now in this rain. He's trying to be bold. That's James Mullen now in the pits. What does he take? He also takes intermediates. And now the Steinman crew prepares for Dominic Lamborghini's box and stop. What does the young Polish driver take on? Those are intermediate tires. PP Tato goes past him. Philip Dome also in the pits. Goes for medium too. Intermediates. Now Ricky Bobby is leading this race. He's coming from NASCAR. He's not necessarily a race expert with that. And Ricky Bobby now comes into the pits. Eduardo de la Sideburns now leading the race. Bobby goes for intermediates. Comes out in 15th position. Is Eduardo de la Sideburns trying to wait out this rain? It appears that now the intermediates are the better tires, as there's PP Tato closing the gap faster and faster to Eduardo de la Sideburns. And crash! Savannah Curtis has crashed the car in the rain. She was still on soft tires and she's out of this race. And now Eduardo de la Sideburns leading in front of PP Tato. PP Tato is already on the intermediate tires. And he comes now into the pits. Kenwin Jones also in the pits now. Sideburns, obviously intermediates, comes out in 16th position. Kenwin Jones, intermediate, 17th position. Father Michael Cleary, now the guy furthest up without intermediates, gets overtaken by Dominic Lamborghini. Comes now into the pits. As well as Luke Price. Gaudete, now the driver furthest up on his medium tires, who isn't on the intermediates. Cleary, now intermediates, comes out in 17th position. Luke Price comes out in 18th position. And Gaudete is trying to make this work. And it appears to have stopped raining, and now Gaudete might have struck lightning in a bottle. He never went for intermediates. Aldo Tiro, his first stop was onto intermediates. There are a couple of guys who made up loads of places just by either stopping once onto the intermediates or not stopping at all for intermediates, like Gaudete. And I'm saying that while it starts raining again. This is now bad for Gaudete again. And Aldo T. Rogue in the pits as the first one who already is on intermediates. What does he strap on? A new set of intermediates. Comes out in 17th position. Hard battle here between the two Risato cars. And now he pushes him into the pits! Larry Shipper pushes Gaudete in the pits. And this is now bad for Risato Corser. Larry Shipper now the first one in the pits. Larry Shipper, new intermediate tires, comes out in 17th position. Gaudete on new intermediate tires now. 18th position. And PP Tato leading the race again. 15 laps left to drive. Lara Mullen now in the pits. As well as Arnold Furious and Toby Zelox. Hernandez in the pits as well. For Hernandez, this is already the 4th pit stop in this race, I think. And he's about to be left by PP Tato. And now it started raining even heavier down onto this track here in Yokohama. Will the drivers even have to put on wet weather tires? This is a new level of drama we get here in Yokohama. The drama in Yokohama. Who is the first one who dares to go onto the wet tires? And it appears the Steinman pit crew prepares for a pit stop. But who is it for? Is it for PP Tato or is it for Dominic Lamborghini? PP Tato comes in. What does he take? Completely new set of wet weather tires. First one to go onto the wet tires. Gilwin Webster is well in the pits. He also goes on wet tires. Who else in the pits? Philip Dome, Eduardo de la Cypress. A lot of drivers now coming in. They all go now on the wet tires. It is clearly now time for wet tires. Dominic Lamborghini now in. And Dominic Lamborghini takes the lead against PP Tato in this race. Incredible! Staying out one lap, brilliant lap by Dominic Lamborghini, but PP Tato is now taking the lead. Well, we weren't on it. More drivers in the pits. Everyone has essentially now decided to go for the wet tires. And look at this fight for the win between PP Tato and Dominic Lamborghini. This is torrential weather here we have in Yokohama. The track is essentially now pool and not really a racetrack anymore. It's super slippery now out here. And incredibly enough, Ricky Bobby is third, and he is coming from NASCAR, from plate racing over here. Not necessarily a race expert, and he's showing a lot of grit, a lot of determination here in Yokohama, being third. Not many would have expected such a performance by him. But obviously we're on the fight for the win. Well, there is a thunderstorm going on outside. What a race we are getting treated to here in Yokohama. No one was expecting this, and PP Tato still is doing a perfect job here after snatching pole position in last second yesterday. He is about to win this race. At this point it feels like the only one who can stop him at this rate is himself. Or does Dominic Lamborghini have more for him? How do the wet weather tires hold up? This is the first time we're using them in the race. In Doha, obviously there was no reason for wet weather tires in the desert. In the Arabian desert. And Dominic Lamborghini has closed down the gap again. Will we get last lap drama between the two Steinman cars? Three laps left in this incredible race. 2 laps left. PP Tato still leading this race. And Father Michael Cleary in the pits. What is he doing? Mustafa Abdallah as well in the pits. They're taking on new wet tires. That appears to be a very, very bad strategy call. Well, PP Tato is now on his last lap of the race. Can Dominic Lamborghini try a last second Hail Mary attempt to take the win? Last batch of corners. And PP Tato wins in Yokohama, Japan. Dominic Lamborghini second. Ricky Bobby will be third. James Mullen, 4th, great comeback drive. 5th, Gerwin Webster. 6th, Eduardo de los Sideburns. 7th, Lara Mullen. 8th, Philip Dome. 9th, Kenwin Jones, winner of last week. 10th, Aldo Tirope. 11th, Toby Zelux. 12th, Good Price. 13th, Arnold Furious. 14th, Larry Shipper. 15th, Wilby Gaudet. Risato kind of fucked themselves over. Father Michael Cleary 16th in the end. Hernandez, so good they named him twice, 17th, and Mustafa Abdallah 18th. What a race we had, and PP Tato takes the win. Incredible race for the Steinman team. Double win. Steinman 1 and 2. And Dominic Lamborghini in the end takes the fastest lap. And this is the entire result. I hope you guys had fun watching this. Until then, goodbye.